Maybe as bait, remove the Medusa. The Magnus even being taken out here from CIS Rejects. Lena picked up, and I think this is my turn to go on a little bit of a. I love this the hero at the minute. It's so powerful. The right click that it puts out. In fact, I think on similar levels and similar items, puts out more right click than the Queen of Pain. Even the amount of burst damage that comes through Dragon Slaves into Laguna Blades, the burst potential as well with the LSA, the stun combination there as well. Lena at the minute for me is probably, especially when you're going to be able to put the IO, tether and overcharge onto the Lena, if it's not on the carry anyway, she's just one of the best right clickers in the game, puts out so much damage. The power spike that comes online is super early as well. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how CIS Rejects play around this Lena, especially if the Mars gets a good arena that traps out 2 or 3 heroes as well. The Lena should just be able to get in and right click. Snapfire and Ogre Magi, like you say, are pretty tanky, but the amount of damage that the Lena puts out, I think should be able to get through at least a Snapfire, maybe even the Queen of Pain in a fight once that arena does come up. So I am really looking forward to seeing how CIS Rejects play this hero.
Yeah, for sure. And this is also the perfect game for BOTs into BKB. Because once she gets a BKB, no one on bait can even touch her.
True.
And they already revealed both their carry and their mid, and it's not like the offlane is really gonna change that. I mean, they could go for something like a Legion, and then you have some potential to kill the Lina or some other like BKB piercing disable, like maybe the Beast. Never mind, Beastmaster band. Yeah, I feel like they need some answer to the Lina, and they currently don't really have one.
Just on the LC pick, would that be a good pickup against the IO, or would it just be you have to jump on the IO in every fight? Because I mean, looking at it, the IO's got the overcharge on the heal, and then the Lion's got the Finger of Death in these fights. The Laguna Blade comes out as well. It's a bit of a tricky one there if it was an LC pick, right? Because there's just so much survivability and burst that comes out from CIS.
Yeah, it's not great because there is already a save on the map, and as you said, lots of stuns and burst damage. It's like you need something. There is no perfect pick right now that's gonna solve all of Bait's issues, and then at least you have some chance to kill the Lina after she gets BKB. And of course, you have a Kunkka in your team, so relocate may not even save the Lina if you just put down the X.
True. And, well, looking at both of these lineups at the minute, is there anything, because we talked about bait and what they need in their offlane, but is there anything for CIS Rejects you like as a carry here? Maybe something like the Luna, you know, those BKB heroes that you're always going on about?
Yeah, Luna looks great here. TV looks decent as well. They can even go for something like a Void if they want to, because they already have a lot of synergy, and Void is just a pretty strong hero right now.
Void's ban. Unless you're talking about Void Spirit, in which case...
Oh, never mind. Yeah, no Faceless Void this game. But either the Terrorblade or the Luna looks like a solid pick. They could even go for a Lifestealer if they want to.
Yeah.
Radiant team pick.
Oh, they remove the Luna themselves.
That's strange.
Maybe thinking this is a Kunkka offlane, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind that at all, because I don't think this is the best game for carry Kunkka.
10 seconds.
Because as we spoke about, he doesn't use the Bloodlust, and he's not so great against Lina in the carry position.
Okay, well, let's see what it's going to be. 20 seconds left for bait. If we're saying it is the Kunkka offlane, is there something you like here for the safe lane of bait?
Oh. Yeah, TB. But no. They just go for the Sand King. They do have a lot of stuns on bait, and that is something I can definitely appreciate.
Yeah.
So if CIS Rejects now go for the Terrorblade, he's gonna have a really rough lane, most likely.
I'm just trying to think what else. I
Jug.
mean, we've seen. I was gonna say
Jug
we've seen
exists.
a couple of Juggernauts. Yeah. Well, does he exist? People forget about him all the time. So it is
the better version of Jug.
Okay. Well, looking at these two lineups here, is the one that you have? I think I know, but is the one that you have a preference for coming into this first game?
I mean, this question is so incredibly easy when it's a mismatch of teams. Because you just say, oh, I think the lineup of the stronger team is the best. And then they probably win, and you can look good as an analyst. I kind of like Bait's lineup. I just think it's not very good against what CIS Rejects has. Because they still don't have an answer for the BKB Lina, and now they also don't have an answer for the Raging Lifestealer. So if CIS Rejects had picked slightly
10
differently,
seconds remaining.
this Bait lineup would be my favorite, but because they don't have an answer to the huge
5
power
seconds
spike,
remaining.
I'm gonna go with CIS Rejects.
Okay. Well, we'll have to find out, getting ourselves into the first game. Personally, I mean, again, I think Lina and Luna, the two best heroes in the game at the minute. So anytime they show up, I just have to back that team. So Depressed Kid played really well in the last series we watched as well. Those two 70-minute games, God, they went on for it. And it didn't feel like it, though. That was the main thing, that both teams played it so well that those 70-minute games, they felt like 30 minutes. So I wonder if it's going to be something similar today. Like I said, because Bait coming through for the D2CL, they need to get some momentum going. You know, they did have a bit of a rough time because they were using stand-ins in the D2CL as well. You know, they weren't completely a full team.
Right,
So
that doesn't help.
yeah, so maybe this space between has given them some time, you know, to scrim, get to know each other, get themselves into a healthy position, and maybe they're going to surprise us here. And I wouldn't mind that. You know, you always want to see the greats with it, you know, Dandy get themselves back on top and get some good performances in. So we're going to find out in this first game of Bait versus the CIS Rejects to see how this is going to play. So let's see what they've gone for straight off the bat.
See, do we have any big item surprises?
Prepare
Doesn't
for
look
battle.
like it.
Smokes or anything like that? No cheeky First Bloods attempts? Doesn't look like it, no. Okay.
Lina has a lot of branches.
Yeah. I mean, it's the most, from what I've told, it's the most efficient item in the game. So,
True. Ooh.
just going to walk straight
Action.
up onto this. Yeah, FNG is going to be there. Danny just throws out a right click now as well. Gatsy backs himself away. Nothing skilled up for either hero. It doesn't look like it. Yeah, Dandy didn't pick anything FNG. Earthspike was there, but didn't actually go for it. They know that, they're assuming the ward is going to be there now as well, with those pings coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And
30 seconds to battle.
meanwhile, Roger and Pasha just ready to get themselves in for a snatch. Because, I mean, Violent is close. Do you think that they make a play for this one here? Because there's 4 heroes around. Only the Lifestealer, really, for CIS Rejects, isn't close to this this bottom rune. So I wonder if they're going to try and go for the snatch. No, it doesn't look
I
like
don't think
it.
so.
Yeah.
They have really tanky heroes, but they're also quite slow.
Oh, Gatsy does show. No Earth Spike though, nothing to stop him in his tracks. Yeah, so it's just going to be what looks like the, well, when Roger gets there, it's going to be the 2 for 2.
No surprises there. Roger starting with his headdress. Pretty basic IO item build.
Yeah, just a decent regen in the lane. We didn't really talk about the Sand King a whole lot. How does this lane play out up against the Lifestealer?
Sand King should still have a pretty good time, depending on what he goes for. You can get like 1 point in Sandstorm, 1 point in Caustic. You can actually do a lot of work. The problem with Sand King is that all his abilities are too good and you want to max all of them, especially in lane. Like you want to put points into Caustic, but then you kind of handicap yourself for the mid game.
Dire's turret has been killed.
Earthspike comes out onto Laguna once again as Gatsy gets a career, so that's a good start. Laguna being chased back, lost a lot of health here in this lane. And
Radiant
just moving on,
turret
okay.
has been
Career's going to be traded on the bottom lane. What is going on here? This is some proper animal abuse as Roger just moving himself around. But Gatsy's sticking right to him now as well. It looks like... Oh, Snapfire in the top lane though. Oh, gets back for that salve. And we'll get the heal off. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Dendy's going to be taking some harass through now as well. Depressed Kid using one of those branches for the extra heals coming through. And Dendy just not able to get close to this creep wave. And Depressed Kid, what's he gone for? It's just the standard... Yeah, I assume this is going to be 2 points into the Dragon Slave. So Dendy has to be really careful in this lane. Not no salves, just relying on the bottle to get back to a decent amount of health.
Surprised to see no points in Shadow Strike. I guess he just really wanted to secure the first range creep and then kind of felt pressure to take Blink.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we've talked about in other games as well, that this is kind of the newer build for the Queen of Pains, completely ignoring the Shadow Strike, just going Blink into the Scream, and then going for that Kyron Sange for the extra survivability, the extra stats, the mana regen.
I wonder how many buffs it's gonna take before people value this skill. Because if you look at Shadow Strike now and Shadow Strike like 5 years ago, the spell's like twice as good and people still skip it.
Yeah.
Ramses, very low in the top lane, doesn't have a point in rage. Needs to be a little bit careful.
He's fine. He's got his support, which means that's free salves all over the place. They might be able to go onto the line here now, though. The Earthspike does come through. FNG just gets himself back. There was no cookie to follow up, as Laguna was stunned up there. Which, I'm surprised he didn't try and go for that a little bit earlier, but maybe just trying to disrupt that pull is the objective more than getting the kill onto FNG. As
Sand King is gonna get the pull, though.
yeah, should be able to pull this through. He even goes back just to make sure the vision is there. Snapfire, though, could be in a little bit of trouble. Just going to be going for the little shutter onto FNG. FNG's going to be taking a lot of harass as well. So the taunt comes out and FNG, well, there's no Hex. And the Earth Spike was on cooldown. So Laguna just still able to walk back towards that tier 1 tower. As mid lane, let's take a look at see how Dendy's getting on. I mean, in terms of last hits, it's fairly even, 16 to 15. And Dendy, again, like I say, he actually has 1 point to the Shadow Strike. So maybe just that value point for the harass.
Ooh, FNG.
As FNG is going to be able to get the Earth Spike onto Laguna. Laguna is going to be able to get himself away from this. P-John's close, but he might have to commit the Mango. That's going to be the first blood. FNG picks it up. And now the Burrow Strike does come through with that Sandstorm. So the return call at least goes the way of P-John.
Definitely worth it for FNG.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little hilltop ambush from him.
First blood and a free trip back to the fountain. What's not to love? It's even a free TP scroll. He's FNG, yeah, he's going to be loving that. Meanwhile, Gatsy coming up the river, just stealing out the water rune. TP into the mid. Maybe just to refill Dandy's bottle. Yeah, Laguna. It's the job of all good supports when you die to immediately move to the mid lane. Get that bottle refilling.
Even with the pulling that Sand King is doing, Ramses is still pretty comfortably on top of the leaderboard as far as CS go.
Well, CSGO is a different game, but in terms of the creep kills, you are right. And I mean, we've not really spoken about Valiant. Might actually be able to get aggressive onto Roger. But yeah, I mean, Violent in this lane, he's not. He's just behind. He's about a creep wave behind up against Ramses. But Violent, how does this play against him? Because Pasha, there's going to be the Fire Blast, and Torrent is off the mark. Roger going to be taking a lot of damage. Just have that tether, but that just puts him into the fryer out of the frying pan. Okay, one charges will keep him alive. As Pasha gets a kill onto the courier. But yeah, this lane, how does this play for... Because, I mean, it looks like Pasha's having a really good time. In fact, all 3 cores on the side of CIS Rejects. Top of the last hit chart. What can Violent and Gatsy do on this lane to try and bring it back in their favour?
Well, one thing was definitely getting his Helm of Iron Will up, but then his courier got sniped. That is pretty sad. Overall, I think he just needs a bit more levels, because Tidebringer gets exponentially better. Because not only does the damage and range increase, the cooldown also gets reduced.
Just watching this mid lane as Dandy. Did he have any vision? I don't think we see the line. No, they don't. So, but Lion looks like he's going to back himself away. Yeah, Dandy, he's after playing it really safe. And again, the Queen of Pains are usually lane boys, or Laguna's going to be able to come and take that Arcane Rune away from Depressed Kid. But yeah, it's just funny to say because Queen of Pains, like I say, are usually the lane bullies. And then you're watching Dandy having to sit behind the tier 1 tower. It's just one of those things that you never really expect from a Queen of Pain. Or at least I don't.
It's rough against the Lina though. You want to get close for the Shadow Strike and the Harass, but if you get LS8, then you instantly tank 3 right clicks as well.
Yeah, and Dandy does have to be careful. Laguna Blade is up now as well. Bottom lane. Are they going to be able to go into this torrent? Once again, it's going to be off the mark. FNG rotates in. Spike comes out. Looks like Violent. Well, the violence is going to be done against him now as well. Trying to get himself behind the tower and out of vision. Where's that spear? 2 seconds away. They do see it now as well. Pasha will be able to throw. He doesn't actually have the mana for the spear. And no mangoes either, but FNG will still get the kill. Cookie comes out into Pasha. Pasha, is he going to be able to get himself away? This little shredder will fly. And Pasha, he's trying to run. Roger's got the regen coming through now as well. It looks like he might just live here. Pasha, no! Laguna gets that last right click with the little shredder and did enough damage to take Pasha down. It does mean they lose that Kunkka, but at least they get a return kill here. And FNG just has to walk himself away. That TP still there, so yeah, he's going to be able to TP himself out. And the Cookie nowhere near Laguna. I mean, they rotated in, they got a revenge kill, but they still lost the carry though.
If you compare it to Ramses, he just finished his Midas.
Oh. Okay, that's, I mean, take a look at the net worth. He's ahead in net worth anyway by about 700, 800 gold. And that just means that he's going to be able to start to fly ahead in terms of this lead, unless Bait can get in and shut him down a couple of times. You know, delay him using that Hand of Midas, get a couple of kills in on him as well to stop his farm. But at the minute, well, they might even be able to find out. Prescott, it's going to be a 3-hero gank. Trying to keep himself alive with the Fairy Fire. But really nice kill there, going the way of Dandy as well, so that's going to be some good net worth there for him. Blinks it onto Roger. Does he have he does have the Sonic Wave available, but does he have the mana for it as the haste does come through? It looks like he's just going to chase down onto Roger. Scream comes out now as well. Roger trying to get himself back to the creep's tether, but Dandy finds the courier. FNG's courier will go down, and FNG's going to go down at the same time. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Pasha as well as Violent just trying to trade right clicks here, it looks like.
Dandy hesitated for a moment there with his Sonic Wave. It would have been enough.
Well, oh, it's the pig pole. I was thinking, how's there a Hexa? It always gets me, the pig pole, when it comes through. Yeah, Dandy just using it for the extra speed. Didn't have the mana, didn't have the blink anyway. But yeah, maybe he didn't think he'd have the vision, or he wouldn't get the mana out in time to secure the kill.
I mean, it was really close because Io was like at 345 HP.
Yeah.
It's kind of hard in the moment to check, but his Sonic Wave is 360 damage with his null talismans.
Well, that's actually the boots for Gatsy that he just lost on his courier there as well. That's a big hit for the Ogre Magi. In fact, yeah, that would have been the regen boots. I think it was the Ring of Health. We can't check the courier, so I can't see if that was the regen boots or not. Violent at least looks like he's trying to pull and stack through to get some more, you know, quicker last hits, being able to use this Tidebringer to its full merit in this safe lane. Does he just fully, because I mean we see a lot of the Pasha's chasing, he does have that arena up.
He's not going to be able to kill a Kunkka.
Yeah, no TPs in from the lane or anything like that as well, so yeah, it looks like he's just going to play it on the lane. And well, I mean, the Kunkka's going to be seen underneath the ward. They are pinging it out, but how many heroes would they have to commit here to take down Kunkka? Is it going to be like a 3-4 man job to get the kills on him?
I think just the Luna would be enough. Before the armlet at least. Because as you said, Lina deals a lot of damage. And they can relocate him in if they want to.
Okay, well, Violent just looks like he's going to be playing in the jungle for now. Going towards, he's got that Helm of the Iron Will up, going to be going towards his armlet. Pijon and Laguna are smoked through, maybe looking for another kill onto the Lina. Lina, though, is just farming Ancients at the minute, and, well, that's the Boots of Travel, 10 minutes in. The Boots of Travel is up. Epicenter's being teased. But they don't really have any vision. Oh, they're going to be able to find out Roger. Yeah, okay. The damage is there. Laguna will finish the kill. Spike comes out, but Kunkka just putting pressure on with the catapult onto this tier 1 tower in the mid lane.
I have to say, Bait is looking pretty good so far in terms of coordination.
Back behind. Burrow Strike does come in. Lion trying to get himself... Well, he's not even going to be able to... Yeah, he throws out the Earth Spike onto Dandy, maybe just to take the kill away from him. And Pijon is the one that secures that. Ramses, though, does see the Sand King. Sandstorm comes out, just trying to disrupt Ramses' farm as he does move himself into the jungle. So he just moves himself away. No sentries, nothing like that. There could be a rotation in. Is there a dust? It is available on the IO if they get a good setup. Maybe try and bait in a fight.
You're a trusty mate.
But the boots of travel. Gatsby's going to be here all alone. The arena comes out now as well. It doesn't matter where the spear goes. As long as it hits, it will latch into the side of the trees. But it looks like they're going to be able to get the lockdown here onto the Prescott. Sonic Wave gets committed. Even Pasha taking some damage from this. The Multiple Kisses comes out. Really nice turnaround here from Bait.
And relocate as well.
Ramses, he's going to go down as the IO. No way to relocate out. So Ramses is on the run. That rage will be wearing off now as well. The Salve not going to be able to save his life. And only FNG able to get himself out. I say out. He didn't really go in. But he survives through that, and Bait, yeah, it's 10-2. They break the 10-kill barrier first, a 1k net worth lead. So not a massive net worth lead, but they're setting up to really take the advantage in this game so far.
Yeah, they're looking really good right now. And there is a reason why 2 of CIS Rejects' matches went 70 minutes. It's because their early game doesn't always look so smooth, and Bait is definitely taking advantage right now. They have their blinks up, they have levels on a lot of their heroes, and they're just running at CIS Rejects. It doesn't look like they have an answer just yet, because, well, there is a Midas on your Lifestealer, and he has another Midas queued up. And that is a lot of Midases.
Okay, he's going to go back for the armor. I was going to say, does that even work?
It definitely doesn't. It would be a pretty BM move. But yeah, they have a lot of items that don't really have a lot of value.
Yeah. Okay, well, Ramses, it looks like Bait are just looking to pressure him out of his jungle. And yeah, even the 3 points into the rage at the minute, he's not feeling all too safe because the rest of his team, yes, there could be a relocate in the next 7 seconds, but the rest of his team, nowhere close to him if he gets gone on, so there will be that reaction time that's needed, the TP and the travel time there as well. So Ramses just underneath this tier 2 tower, and debate. Oh, X-Max's pot comes out, maybe trying to force out a rage. That's just going to be a quick one. Is this all Bait need to do then? Is just focus their attention on boxing out Ramses at the minute?
I think they just keep killing the Lina if they can.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's going to be the smoke reveal comes out. Earth Spike there as well, but the arena comes through. Are they going to be able to lock down the Sand King? Sand King with that reveal. Laguna Blade does get committed though. Pigeon, it's not enough to get the kill. And even inside the arena with that multiple kisses, Sonic Wave once again. And Pasha, well, his eardrums have been ruptured. And he's going to be dead for 24 seconds. So, again, a good counter initiation there from Bait. Being able to get a kill through that arena, even with Pigeon looking close to death.
I really do wonder what Denny is gonna buy. He has almost 3k gold saved up. It's gonna be the Orchid or the Kaya.
Yeah, I was just thinking that it's... I mean, it's enough gold to go either way. Would you... this game look for the Orchid, maybe against the Lion and the IO, or do you think that the Kaya Sanji is just a better... Because, I mean... He's 4-0-4, so he's not really been killed off. So maybe the extra survivability from the Kaya, it's going to be the Orchid that he's got queued up. Okay,
I think this is the right choice.
Yeah, they answered my question for me.
Because you're against the Lifestealer, and Silence is so strong against Lifestealer because he really doesn't like buying items that break it. Like, you can go for a Satanic quickly, but it doesn't really feel good to buy lifesteal on a hero called Lifestealer.
Well,
and it is gonna be the Satanic.
Yeah, he has it queued up, and so yeah, it's not gonna be any bashes or anything like that. No, Sanj and Yasha. So, I mean, how's the Lina doing here as well? The press kid, he's still top of the net worth, going towards that BKB. Is about what's that? About 300 gold away from completing it if you want it. So, the next couple of creep waves.
Yeah, the Orchid has no value against the Lina, but you weren't really gonna be going on the Lina as a quop anyway.
Yeah. Smoke's going to be coming through. In fact, they might just bypass FNG, or Smoke's going to break through. They know someone's around, but where they are, they're not too sure. Just because of this night vision, FNG moving himself through into the trees. I mean, he did still have that ward. I think the ward, yes, saw it as the smoke broke on the two supports at least. So FNG in the trees. Are they going to be able to catch him out? It looks like, I mean, he's got his TP, so if he wants to play it safe, can just TP himself out. And should be fine. Question mark? Yeah, it should be fine.
Radiant's middle tower is
As
under attack.
Dandy has that Orchid, going to go towards the BKB right afterwards there as well.
Yeah, that's kind of necessary against a Mice, a Lina, and a Lion.
I was Pigeon looking? I mean, Pigeon, like you always say, playing it safe on the off lane, just going straight for that BKB after the Blink Dagger, so the initiation tool is there.
Looks like they want to set something up on this top lane. They know Pasha is around. So far their moves are pretty telegraphed.
I mean, how's the vision looking? It's going to see Violent because of the creeps, but there's not a lot of vision if we take a look. There's a little bit in their own jungle. There's a little bit, although there's a lot moving towards that bottom part of the map on the side of Bait, but Bait aren't really playing around there. And now, Pasha's just going to be able to blink away after throwing the spear. Yeah, doesn't even want to hang around for a second longer than he needs to.
And currently CIS Rejects is using the map a little bit more efficiently. Both their Lifestealer and their Lina are getting really fat. And that is quite scary for Bait, because they're quite momentum based. In a straight up farming battle, they're not gonna be coming out on top most likely.
Okay, well, Smoke's going to break. Dendy could be in a little bit of trouble there. Spike will connect now as well with the cookie to get him away safely as the epicenter comes out. The Fire Blast as well from Gats. He did get the double cast of the Laguna Blade. Gets used to take down Pigeon. But in the grand scheme of things, again, a good trade here for Bait, and he might not be done just yet. Yes, the Ultimate Kisses was used. I think the Sonic Wave is still available. Violent is still there with the boat. But the Infest, Ramsey is just using it to get himself away safely. And 3 heroes up against 4. Bait, once again, have the momentum after this fight. And it looks like they want to carry on going. As
Can't kill the Lifestealer here. Ooh, Torrent not quite gonna hit though. And Roger was behind with the relocate as well.
Gatsy, what's he got? He's not got a medallion. Oh, Snapfire does have the medallion though. To Bait, because they've been taking some really good fights. At what point do you think they decide to go into Roshan and really push their advantage?
They don't have a great lineup for Roche, all things considered, so they would need like 2 or 3 kills beforehand.
Right.
Ooh, FNG.
Oh, could be one of the 2-3 kills as he gets silenced up the blink forward. Laguna with that scatter blast does secure the kill. Violent stepping up onto this tier 2 tower now as well. Philosopher's Stone comes out from the side of CIS Rejects. That could be nice for both supports who are bottom of the net worth now. For the rotation, is he gonna... I mean, Pigeon with the Sandstorm, so again, close to that BKB. Not overcommitting there onto the Lifestealer or the IO. It looks like they want to go for it. Laguna, again, with this minus armor, the little shredder, as well as that medallion. So it might take them a little bit of time here, but Bait inside the pit. They do have... was the epicenter at 15, that boat in a couple of seconds there as well. The Mortimer Kiss is not too far away, so those ultimates are up if a fight breaks out. But
Roche is gonna fall uncontested, so very nice for Bait. They have an Aegis on the Kunkka now, and they should be able to take at least the tier 2 top now.
yeah, and in fact, you can see the intentions here from Bait with Violent just going for the X marks the spot, TP back. So it looks like he's just going to buy himself a salve, get himself up to full health. And yeah, Bait can carry on getting aggressive here. FNG behind that tier 2 tower once again. As Ramses looks like he just wants to carry on farming. Is that the full Satanic? It's going to be the... Does he already have the mask? Yeah, he already has the mask. So that's going to be the Satanic coming out for the Lifestealer. And where does he want to go from this? Is this going to be the point where he starts to fight, or does he still need to look to something like a Basher or a Bait just going to force this one out? It looks like the spear comes through. Spike now onto Violent, but Violent again does still have that Aegis, so it might be a quick kill onto the Kunkka, but the Mortimer Kisses are going to be committed now as well to the backline, so CIS Rejects just moving themselves out of this fight once again. Okay, they got an Aegis, but they lost a tier 2, and it looks like Bait aren't done looking to fight just yet. Backlines, at least the courier goes down, Dendy picking that one up. And yeah, Pigeon has the BKB out now as well. Dendy, how close to... does he have his own BKB? Close to it, just needs about another 1,000 gold for the recipe.
That was a quick Aegis usage.
Yeah, just testing the limits, I guess, the Bait, and finding where they do get caught out and killed off.
But hey, they got a tier 2 and they now have the outpost as well, so they have a lot of control. It's not the best Aegis, but it was the Satanic reveal, I suppose.
And In the mid, are they going to be able to take down Pasha? Pasha's going to get pretty down low. There's going to be the tether here from Roger. Sonic Wave comes out. Doesn't matter the amount of burst that comes through there from Dendy to get that kill. Dendy, though, hexed up, stunned up there by the Earth Spike. He's going to be able to get himself away. Epicenter on the back lines. They're going to try and come through the Laguna Blade as well as the Dragon Slave finishing off Dendy. And I think they're going to be able to go on to Ramses now. Ramses relocated out. And it looks like Depressed Kid could have been left alone. Do they want to come back into this fight? Dendy is down. They could try and reset up, re-engage here, CIS rejects. But it looks like Bait, they just want to play it safe, get themselves away. They already lost Dendy, don't want to lose too much more. Yeah, Sand King was already moving himself down towards this bottom lane now as well. Going towards that Ag Scepter. Okay, so a 3 for a 2. That's not a bad trade there for CIS rejects. About
Yeah, it's
even on
alright.
gold.
But you can tell that Ramses does need a damage item as well. Because just with the Satanic, he's hitting like a wet noodle.
So, well, it's actually going to be the Sanj coming up for him. Do you think he turns that... Is this just going to be a Sanj Yasha here for Ramses?
I think it's just a casual Sanj.
Ah, okay.
Such a value item for strength carries.
I mean, yeah, but it's 22 minutes that he's having to go for it. Like, that's usually your first... I suppose he had to go for the Satanic first. So it's kind of a reverse on the two items.
I mean, status resistance doesn't ever fall out of favor.
You will.
Let's see. Do they want to go for some kind of smoke, the CIS rejects?
Just looking,
I
I mean...
don't think so, because they don't have one.
That is a good indicator. As Depressed Kid
Well,
going
FNG has
towards-
one.
Does he? Are they going to use this here now? I mean, they are grouping up. Yeah, they're going to go for the smoke out. Depressed Kid has that Shadow Blade, so no Chrysalis, but going towards the Silver Edge. So the Shadow Blade to start. 4-man smoke up from Bait as well. Maybe meeting in the river.
See who is faster on the fingers.
Smoke breaks. Air Spike comes out onto two of them. Gatsy as well as Dendy getting caught out. The finger comes through. Was that Laguna Blade? Dendy will go down, but the backline's Pasha getting low to the epicenter. Pasha might go through. That arena is up now as well. What can they do in terms of damage? The Dragon Slave comes out to PJ on LSA. It's not going to connect. Mortimer kisses now as well. It's going to be able to get the kill onto FNG. Ramses gets Burrow Struck, and it looks like they might be able to step up and get the kill onto Ramses. LSA connects onto two heroes. Lagoon's going to be able to come in with the cookie if he wants to now as well. The relocate out. It's not going to be saving anybody. Depressed Kid goes down, and Pasha has to run himself away, so they can just sit, wait for the glowing ball to come back. Sandstorm's going to be there now as well. Roger, the Burrow Strike comes out, and Roger will be popped. 20-6 at 24 minutes into this, and Bait absolutely dominant in this game so far.
I really can't believe this. I wasn't expecting such a good game.
Yeah,
And he did fall once again. Couldn't use his BKB, but overall the fight execution for Bait is pretty darn nice.
Kunkka has the Silver Edge as well as the BKB to come out now as well. He's top of the net worth above this Lifestealer with the Hand of Midas. Laguna as well as PJ. I'm going to be able to get some farm up on the Ancients on the side now as well. So Sand King getting close to the full Aghanim. He's only what's at about 1200 gold from completing. So 1 or 2 good fights. And he's going to be able to get this. Does need to be careful. There's going to be the rotation from Pasha with the Bullwhip. Does he want to try and engage here? No arena for 5 seconds. So maybe just a little bit too soon here for the side of CIS Rejects to make that jump.
I have to say I've been quite impressed with Laguna's play on this Snapfire so far. 6, 1 and 12 keeps finding really nice cookies, and his Mortimer's kisses have been insane as well.
Yeah, the reaction from Laguna anytime the arena comes up, it always seems that the Mortimer kisses aren't soon far behind.
Pasha does have his BKB now. Like, he kept getting solo killed by Pion. That's not gonna happen anymore.
Is that how... Have I been saying it wrong this entire game? Is it Pion and not Pijon?
I have no idea.
Okay, I just thought you really liked Papa John's.
Could be, could be. I'm not sure if that's a thing in Eastern Europe though.
Maybe not. Epicenter. Is Ramses going to show? Do they have the vision to see the lifesteal? They don't. They're going to see FNG. Ramses will show now as well. Epicenter comes out. They're going to be able to go. The Burst Strike into the torrent now coming through. And that Mortimer kisses Sonic Wave. Ramses going to be taking a lot of damage, but it's going to be the IO that takes even more. Ramses, any way to disrupt the TP. There's not going to be any bashes or anything like that. Pasha even gets himself away.
Chain stun didn't quite work out. They could have done it, but Just slight mistiming. Bit unfortunate.
Violent, just clearing off this creep wave on the top. Just keeping that tier 1 tower here protected. And then just instantly back towards the rest of his team. In fact, it looks like Sand King 100 gold away. This is going to be his Aghanim Scepter. So that's going to be the Caustic Finale as well as the super long Burrow Strike range.
Really nice Aghanim Scepter. Would have preferred a Shivas, but Dendi is already going for one. So Aghanims is really nice. Wonder if he's gonna buy the shard as well.
Is the shard that good? I suppose if you're just moving about the fight.
Yeah, especially with the Aghanims as well, it pretty much guarantees random pulses. And it reduces the FPS for the enemy team. And your own team as well, I guess.
And the casters probably. Oh, bottom lane. And he's going to be able to get himself away. He had the BKB if he needs to press the panic button. Yeah, it's always great when people pick up like Monkey Kings and Phantom Lancers and Massive Illusion Heroes, Terrorblades all in one game and you're trying to cast the match and you just... So, hopefully the Epicenter on its own shouldn't be too bad. But, bottom lane, it looks like we're going to get a repeat. I mean, that Epicenter's up in 4 seconds. Depresskid using the LSA to break some trees. Maybe trying to scout out the TPs now as well. And Pijon just moves over to the other side. We're going to get the Burrow Strike over onto the Mars. Mars, stun locked. Just get that BKB off, but will still go down to Dendi. And FNG just hides in the trees and just says, you're on your own. No way am I stepping up onto that.
I love how Getsy didn't use his... Ooh, that's another kill.
Yeah, FNG just get... Well, he reveals himself, so the drums get popped from Ogre as well. But Depresskid away with that Silver Edge.
But yeah, I love how Getsy didn't use his stun to force Pasha to waste his BKB. That's the kind of place you can make on an Ogre.
Oh, Ramsey's in the mid lane. It looks like he's just he thought he was getting got on for real though, so he just uses the Satanic. I suppose that just does get the escape for him. Top laner. Depresskid have to use that Silver Edge. No reveal onto the Sand King now, but it does come through from Laguna. Does that actually connect? Lena was just a little bit too far away from that dust to get revealed.
And Ramses is gonna go for the SNY now.
Roche is back up pretty much straight away, so that could be the Aghanim Shard coming through for the Pion. If they want to go for this, just straight off the bat, but maybe... Yeah, Dendi doesn't have his. I'd probably, in terms of the bait lineup, probably favour the Shard onto the Queen of Pain here. BKB
Yeah, I
Pion.
think so.
Pasha has to pop his own. There's going to be just a disengage from both teams. And, I mean, what can CIS Rejects do? Because they're down, what's that? A good 17 kills in this game. It looks like they've not really built any momentum in the fights in terms of this game. How do they get themselves back on the map here in this first game?
I feel like they need to keep doing what they're doing, which is just pushing lanes, making sure they don't take big fights right now. Because surprisingly enough, even with Lina and Lifestealer having decent network, they just can't fight bait. There is too many stuns!
Well, if Ability Draft and Purge have taught us anything, it's stuns win games. As Lina does get revealed outside of that Silver Edge now as well, but Depresskid will just be able to back up and leave. I mean, the Lifestealer does have that basher out now after the Sange, like you say, it was just that casual Sange, so that's going to feel quite nice. Does he just go for the full Abyssal Blade then, I guess?
Yeah, I guess so. He just needs to upgrade his items now. He has a lot of very efficient items, but he's running out of slots, so might as well upgrade it to Abyssal.
Oh, he's going to go for the Sange and Yasha first. Okay.
Ooh, Pion.
Is he going to find out the sounds come
FNG.
through? Yeah,
And that's a
FNG.
gem.
Oh. The stun on the backlines there as well. Depresskid used that BKB just in time, so he's going to be able to get the solo kill. Going to try and go for the TP out. Do they have anything to stop this? Yeah, that BKB was up just a little bit too long. And Queen of Pain rocking the double gems.
So, at which point does Pion just buy a basher?
Now? Maybe?
Because it would actually be so sick for him to have a BKB piercing disable. Like,
Yeah.
Abyssal on Sand King seems like a great idea in this game.
Yeah, no, true. That's. I mean, you have the gap close with the blink as well as the burst strike, and then an abyssal as well. That's actually really not bad. He's gonna go for the refresher, so maybe you have to have a quick post-game chat with him once this game's over. But you know,
I'm not sure if the world is quite ready for Sand King Abyssal.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
meanwhile,
Like,
go on.
CIS rejects would have to play so incredibly defensively if they can't BKB/Rage TP out. Like, it just opens up the entire map for bait. But hey, maybe next game.
Maybe next game, yeah. Once they're reviewing the VODs, and we all know that they watch the English casts to do that, they'll see this pearl of knowledge. Because Ramsey's just going to be able to move himself out of the torrent. Just want to hold that rage for now, but the X-Master spot does drag back onto Violent. So they are going to try and step up with this, with the Aegis coming through. Just gets Hex. Do they have the lockdown to take at least the Aegis? LSA gets committed there as well, Laguna Blade. But it looks like Violent, the X-Master spot does save his life now as well as the multiple kisses do go. So they take down the Sand King at least. Pasha, does he want to try and chase? Arena comes through. Only Gatsy caught in it, and the cookie comes out now as well. It's going to break him over the wall. Really nice jailbreak there. Roger on the back lines. Ramsey, so the relocate's going to be dragging them back in the, what's that, in the next 6 seconds. So are they going to be able to get a kill out of this? Violent still alive, still going with the right clicks. That's still going to be the Aegis up. Sonic Wave takes down Pasha. 2 kills here from the side of Bait. Pyrex comes through. It's going to be the Scatterblast now onto the lifesteal with the cookie as well. Do they have the lockdown to keep the lifesteal from... Nope. Okay, just back themselves away.
Oh,
Violent
goodness.
with the cleave gets the kill onto Roger. That's going to be a buyback from CIS Rejects. They want to fight this one out. The Hex comes through onto the Sand King. Sand King, no BKB. Are they going to be able to lock down both of them? Bowstrike gets himself away, but Gatsby might not be so lucky here. At the back lines, are they going to be able to get themselves onto Depreskin? Depreskin with the Satanic, trying to keep himself alive through this. The right clicks. It's not going to be enough. Violent gets that kill. Roger, who's he going to be able to tether to? He doesn't have the tether for the 4 seconds. It doesn't matter because the right click comes through there from Violent once again. If he get that kill, they're going to be chasing down onto Pasha. Pasha, is he going to be able to get himself away from this? The Ramses with the Infest trying to turn this one around onto Violent, and Violent did lose that Aegis. Where's that damage going to come through? No, can lock down with the buyback coming through from Depressed Kid. So they do get the kill onto Violent. Do they want to chase 4 more? Laguna in the trees going to be able to complete the TP. And Dendy with the blink away. So, even has himself, I didn't realize he has himself the Aeon Disc there on the Queen of Pain.
Then he played that really nicely, holding on to his BKB for really long. Now he's gonna have his Shivas as well. But last fight did show that Ramses is starting to become a problem. It's not so easy to kill him in a single stun anymore when he has like 3.5k HP.
And in fact,
And now the Titan Sliver as well, so he has a lot of status resistance.
he's going to be going towards a BKB as well. It looks like coming through from... So do you think this is finally going to be the once he has the gold to buy that out, just the Hand of Midas being sold off here? Or
Yeah, I think so.
maybe playing the true efficiency build and get rid of the boots?
I doubt it.
Because, I mean, why do you need boots when you can just infest into somebody? You don't need your own movement speed. You have other people's movement speed.
I guess so. I mean, you do eventually replace your boots when you have an SNY.
Yeah.
He's gonna be going for a Swift Blink.
Okay. So completely changes his mind. Okay.
It is pretty good here. Just jumping on top of a support, and I think you can kill an Ogre, or potentially even the Snapfire in a single stun.
Yeah. Lena's still going towards the Satanic as well. It's not... I mean, it's still about 1,000 gold away. But that's going to be quite nice when he does finally get towards that Depressed Kid. And how much is a Swift Blink? Like, right off the bat, 6.8k. So he needs another 1,000 gold on Ramses. And if he wanted to sell, maybe this is where he gets rid of his boots. If he just gets the Swift Blink out. No, okay. Just
Buys the BKB.
buys the BKB, yeah.
Makes sense.
Meanwhile, though, Bait are smoked up. Dendy might be playing Bait in the mid lane, just clearing off this creep wave. But nobody's going to make a move towards Dendy here.
They want to stay aggressive on Bait. Without Roche, it's kind of risky.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Do they just try and slow down? I mean, because apart from that last fight where pretty much everybody apart from Violent expended buybacks, do Bait just want to force something else out now? Or, like you say, do they just play it safe till the Roshan comes back up?
I think they can try to maybe find something, but you don't want to take huge risks or big team fights.
Yeah. As FNG just able to TP himself away. Dendy was close.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
But nothing to disable to stop the TP there from him. So FNG looks like he does just get out. Ramses though, there's gonna be the TP back. This could actually be. He's gonna try and TP himself away. Do they have anything to stop this? Nah, he was in the middle of the rage. And Roger, well, he's in the trees. He's gonna be able to go for his own TP. Yeah, should be out safe.
Ooh, and Kunkka going for the basher.
It makes sense though, right? I mean, he's changed his mind. He's gonna go for the daily. Oh, is it already on the courier? It is. It is. Okay. So, and then the Daedalus to follow. But yeah, like you were talking about, it does make sense to have at least somebody that can go through these TPs away, the rage, the BKB TPs.
Wait, Sand King has no money as well. What did he buy?
Force staff. Did he
Guess
already
so.
have the force staff? No, he didn't. Right? That's a force staff there for the Sand King.
Right. Voice is always good, especially against melee carries.
Meanwhile, Dandy, they could maybe get a wrap around here, but there is a ward down, so we'll see the rotations through. Yeah, it's going to see the Sand King out. FNG, just get some
Radiant's top
early
tower
warning
is
systems
under
down in
attack.
terms of wards. Or they might be able to get the kill onto the Sand King here now as well, with 3 heroes being about. The cookie comes through now as well. The Pasha with the BKB is being right-clicked down by Violent. There's going to be the little shutter coming through. Well, those ultimate kisses with that arena. The boat does get used, but Ramsey's just going to get the right-clicks onto Laguna. Laguna tries to get force staffed away, but Galaxy's going to be the target now as well, and Ramsey's might be able to clean up both supports. BKB, well, Dandy on the back lines now as well, but Pasha, he has the Aeon Disc of his own, so that Sonic Wave not going to be able to get the kill in that. Well, it's had the Queen of Pains finish off Pasha so many times, but Mars this time, again with the Aeon Disc, going to be able to keep himself alive. The back lines, they're going to be able to get the kill. They get the kill into FNG. Pasha gets really darn low, no survivability for him, but they take down the Sand King. Depressed Kids. He's finished off his Satanic now. That's going to be really nice in these fights. And yeah, 38 minutes in, it looks like CIS rejects are just starting to come online to the point where they're comfortable taking these fights. Oh, I think he'll be able to get the kill into Depreskin. Depreskin with the BKB. Regen comes through here from Roger now as well. Roger with that locket as well as the mechanism, the overcharge. It's so much survivability there for the Lina. Satanic committed there as well, so Depreskin just looks, well, at least when it's the Dendy as well as Violent stepping up to it, just looked unkillable.
Yeah, especially when Violent doesn't get a bash at a good time. But now this could be Rax going in favor of CIS rejects because Sand King is still down for the count for another full minute.
Yeah, and Gatsy, he's going to step up, but the rage comes out. It looks like Lifestealer. Well, that rage will be wearing off sometime soon, but it will get him the racks. Does he want to carry on going here? Gatsy's going to get aggressive, uses the BKB, and Gatsy has to be force-staffed himself, so he changes targets onto Violent.
Ooh,
It looks like
bashes.
Rams was that bash going to come through.
Oh, goodness.
Not there in time. So maybe the... I mean, a stroke of good luck there for Ramses to be able to get himself away as Violent
It
couldn't
was
get the bash off.
insanely lucky.
As Violent. Yeah, he's going to go for the full. He's not even going to go for the Daedalus. Just going to go for the full Abyssal Blade here. So, trying to get through, or at least secure a bash next time. Roche is back up as well.
It could have been so big if they killed Ramses there. Would have been a free Roche.
Yeah, I mean, Ramses does have his buyback, so the Penta Edge Sword as well. A lot of people say this isn't a great item, but specifically on Lifestealer, I do really like this. The attack range as well as the damage just fits nicely for Ramses.
Yeah, in these man fight situations, it is a really good item. Violent still has just the enchanted quiver, which I don't think is super great here.
What neutral items do they have on the side of Bait? It's going to be... He's got himself the ninja gear. But yeah, like I say, he's not using it. He's just keeping himself the enchanted quiver. Okay. I mean, they're going to be able to find themselves a third Aegis of the game. And who takes the blessing for you? Never mind. Looks like it's going to be Kunkka.
I guess it's okay. Torrent Storm is quite good. Let's see, it's pretty shit on Ogre this game. The other option would have been Snapfire, but I do think Torrent Storm is better.
Yeah. As long as it hits, I guess. Yeah, it is a quite nice spell. Uses up a lot of mana, though. I didn't realize it was 250 mana.
Radiant are scanning.
It is quite expensive.
Violent.
But CIS rejects, they have 2 supports that are not gonna have magic immunity, so just throwing it out in the middle of a fight is gonna have a lot of value.
Why am I seeing it? No. Oh, I didn't even realize this. Looking at the neutral items. CIS Reject stole the Philosopher's Stone from Bait. I thought it was just a bug with the pause, but yeah, IO and F and G both have a Philosopher's Stone.
That's the dream. And still they're quite far behind Laguna.
Yeah. I mean, Laguna, like you say, he's just played this really well in this game. He's been involved in, what's that, 23 kills in terms of kills and assists, so he's starting to rack those up.
Mm-hmm. It's level 20 now as well. Level 3 Mortimer's Kisses.
Structures are fortified.
He's even got the movement slow on those multiple kisses there as well, so if they do connect, that's going to be even more damage for him. And Conquer, is that the Abyssal Blade recipe? It is, so this is the full Abyssal Blade coming through from for Violent now as well. So he's going to be able to use that. No more TPing, well, as long as it's off cooldown, no more TPing away with that Rage or the BKB.
Mm-hmm. Does have to be careful because he doesn't have buyback right now. His buyback is very expensive.
Yeah, I mean, you can just clear off creep waves with this Tidebringer, it looks like. Every time he does, it goes down by about 200 gold. In fact, are they going to be able to get the dive onto him? No, the Lucifer comes out. Mars not going to be able to get the arena off. And this will be popped now as well, but Violent, the 4-staff away. He does still have that Aegis. The finger comes through. They might be able to pop that Aegis. Cookie wasn't able to connect in time. So yeah, Violent, he gets himself out. 700 gold now as well.
Aegis gone.
Yeah. Another quick Aegis. But he does get himself out. Technically alive.
Mm-hmm.
He died, but he didn't stay dead.
I wish we had like a stat for the average Aegis duration on Violent.
Do you think it hit double figures? Or like even the minute mark?
I don't think so.
Dire's bottom tower is
Ooh,
under
they do
attack.
see Ramses. He has a Skadi now, so he is very tanky.
Could be a big jump to get the burst strike onto Roger though as well. The Hex comes out. Are they going to be able to do the damage onto the IO? IO is probably the main target here just to stop that regen from coming through. Tide Storm has been used now as well. Ramses gets the kill onto Gats. He's going to try and chase down to John, but he gets the TP, the Spore Staff away. It looks like Sand King is the target.
Ooh,
Uses
3-man burrow.
the BKB, yeah, the blink away now as well. Buyback comes through from Gatsy. Are they going to be able to chase? He doesn't have an outpost to TP to, so he's going to be having to go the long way. The arena comes out. It's only going to be the stun onto Laguna now, as it looks like Pasha. Dendi gets killed off by Ramses, but Pasha, what's he going to be able to do? So Laguna just running himself away. The 4-staff comes out for the Sand King once again for the break. Well, another 4-staff, but a good spear. He get the kill eventually now. Did he want to chase even further? Gatsy, double damage, but I don't think he's going to be taking advantage of that as Pasha picks up a gem.
Andy was really greedy with his cheese there. I think he could have lived.
They might even be able to chase out onto Violent. Violent's going to go for the TP. LSA, though, will connect, stopping that TP. Laguna Blade gets committed now as well. He's going to be speared to the tree, and Kunkka, well, he goes down with his ship in this instance. And that's, I mean, they do all have buybacks now, so he did get the buyback out before he died. So that's going to be nice for Bait if they need to defend. But that, again, it's a lane of racks, and Ramses, like you say, he's hit this power spike, the Skadi. He's just looking extremely deadly in these fights now, Ramses.
Mm-hmm.
Radiant's top tower is falling.
So, step up
It's
onto
gonna have to
T3.
buy back.
Yeah.
But do they just give up Megas? That doesn't seem like a great idea.
Radiant structures.
Yeah, the buybacks comes through the cookie onto a couple of them though. Are they going to be able to lock down the IO once again? Denny gets the kill on the backlines. Ramses going to try and get himself away from this as Johnny's 4-staff once again, but Pasha wants to chase. Got the arena in a couple of seconds, but Kakatsi, he's getting low. He will go down. The arena comes out. This is going to be the death of the Sun King now as well. But Dandy, what can he do on the backlines? The LSA will connect onto the Queen of Pain, and Dandy does still have that aim just coming up in 9 seconds. The cheese available as well, so he just has to blink himself away to safety. Ramses might want to carry on chasing here now as well. Scatterblast as well as the stun, but Ramses, he's going to be fine. Yeah, Ramses' axe He even gets... Well, Laguna gets a courier there. But Ramses just wants to step up. It looks like he wants to go. There's going to be a spear to the side of it, but the end is as well as the cookie. Gets Dendi out safe. Torrent going to be used here on Ramses, but 5,000 health. How do you get through this? Abyssal Blade going to be committed. LSA onto the Kunkka. Kunkka going to be right-clicked down by Depressed as well as Ramses. Ramses with the rage. Trying to change targets onto Dendi. Dendi with the Sonic Wave, but Ramses takes barely any damage. I think he's getting to the point where he's just a raid boss here. Absolutely unkillable. The cookie comes out. Ramses is going to be stunned up, but Bait just don't have the damage to get through this front line here. Even Pasha with that Aeon Disc. Surviving through, regenning up, and Ramses, yeah, like you say, they're just going to go for Megas here. Depressed just hanging himself back because with that extra long attack range now as well.
Just cannot kill the lifestealer.
No, I mean...
I have no idea how they stop this.
Like I say, 5k health, and Ramses is just on an absolute tear at the minute.
Radiant's top barracks has fallen. The Dire now have victories.
So, 46 minutes in, and CIS Rejects, after such a great start from Bait, they just weren't able to close it out, and CIS Rejects pull Megas. And that's going to be the Swift Blink. Is that the boots gone? It is going to be the boots for the Lifestealer. Once this gets flown in, off the courier.
He already didn't have boots, he sold his armlet.
Ah, okay, right. That makes sense. That makes more sense.
Yeah, but Ramses, he's so strong right now.
Bottom lane FNG. Well, it's going to be the relocate in from Ramses as well as Roger. They might even try and turn this one around. Violent with the Abyssal Blade here onto Ramses. Can they lock him down long enough with that Fire Blast now as well? But Roger just offering so much regen on the backlines and Torrent Storm. They just have to retreat.
Kunkka is very strong, but he cannot man-fight a lifestealer.
He's going to be going for the rapier. Yeah, okay. I suppose you have to with the amount of health that Ramses has. You know, trying to get through this. But I don't know. I mean, how far away is he? He's still about 3,000 gold away. It's going to be a ways away yet. And CIS Rejects, they might just look to end now. Depresskid, about 600 gold away from his buyback, but Ramses and Pasha's as those. Yeah, Ramses just comes in onto the tier 4 tower with the rage, with the Lincoln Sphere on top of him now as well. What are they going to be able to do to Ramses? He's going to be taking some tower shots. It gets him low.
Where's the DD top, and Roche could spawn in 20 seconds.
Yeah, true. And Bait at the minute just can't leave the base. So this is a really nice opening here for CIS Rejects. So let's see, 7 seconds. Do they just, is this the point where you just park FNG in the Roche pit and just say, just wait?
Yeah, just use FNG as a ward.
I mean, 43 seconds, it's not too far away. Pasha even looking to get an ambush here on top of this cliff, just in case anybody from the side of Bait comes out to try and farm.
They have 2 wards now. FNG and Pasha are both wards.
I mean, at this point, what else are you going to do?
I mean, Ramses and Depressed Kid together would probably win 2v5.
Okay, Depressed Kid 6 seconds away from Roche spawning. He's going to check the pit. Whether he sticks around, nah, he's just going to dip in, dip back out. But it will come up now, so maybe they're saying to FNG, this is your job. You just play the living ward. Get yourself in there until he's back up. And lo and behold, the big man is there.
Double damage.
Bottom lane though, they might just try and end it. Relocate comes through. Violent has to pop that BKB with Bash. Now are they going to be able to right click him down? He's going to be popping that Abyssal Blade. Violent's going to get pretty down low. Torrent Storm will come through. Are they going to be able to get himself away? He's going to be caught in the arena. The BKB was off. Backlines. Pijon will be caught out, killed off maybe if that BKB goes down. Yeah, it's going to be the Depressed Kid on a killing spree. Roshan not even needed. CIS Rejects know they could take this, step themselves up. 3 kills, and I don't think Dendi as well as Gatsy, yeah, they just called the GG, so it's going to be another long one. But eventually, CIS Rejects do take the first game of the series, just a little bit quicker than last time here, in 50 minutes. So, really nice. I mean, you could see they still had the kill lead, 35-25, but CIS Rejects started to win the team fights later and later and later, and just swung the net worth in their favour. So what did Bait need to end that game? Like when they were pushing onto the tier 3s on that first stage, is that kind of the time that they needed to end the game?
Yeah, I think it was quite a big deal that they wasted 2 of their 3 Aegises. Um, I mean, against the lineup with a Lifestealer and a Lina, when you have a Queen of Pain and a Kunkka, you do need to finish quickly. Because as we saw late in the game, Bait couldn't really touch the Lifestealer anymore. And that's just an attribute of their lineup. They don't have an answer for a huge carry. They have a lot of stuns, they have a decent amount of magic damage, but against someone who has like 12 seconds of magic immunity and a support behind him with crazy amounts of healing, you do need to finish before he gets 7 slotted. And I feel like those Aegises were the reason why they struggled so much. But
Yeah.
I have to say, they did look really, really good at the start of the game. So I have some hope for Bait. They look a lot better than they did in the D2CL. And I'm also a bit worried about the CIS rejects because in almost every single game we've seen of them, they went to 70 minutes. And that tends to be a result of having a pretty insecure early game. And against really, really good teams, you're not going to get the chance to come back into a game because the game is going to be closed at 20 minutes.
Yeah. So we'll have to see, guys. We're going to be taking a quick 15-minute break. We'll have to see if CIS Rejects can tighten it up in that second game, or if Bait can they use this momentum they started in this first game to maybe take the second one off, force it to a 3-game series. We are going to be finding out in about 15 minutes, so stick around as we wait for the second game of Bait versus CIS Rejects. We'll see you after the break.